What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the return of the Yay or Nay series. Yeah, you read the title right, by the way. Today we're talking about Beavis and Butt-head for Multiverses.
Are you threatening me?
Oh, that's a strange pick, isn't it? The only reason I'm doing this, I had actually very few requests for them for this series. I also tweeted out a few weeks ago saying, hey, I wanted Beavis and Butt-head for Multiverses. And even Tony Wynn was like, yo, Beavis and Butt-head, that's kind of an interesting choice. Now, him replying to me doesn't mean anything for the character, doesn't sway their chances one way or the other. I just thought it was kind of interesting he replied to Beavis and Butt-head. But either way, if you haven't seen the series before, basically we'll talk about the characters. I'll go over a few different ideas for a moveset. We'll talk about a few different alternate costumes and maybe a few different taunts. And then everybody can play along down in the comments. Yay, you want to see these characters playable in Multiverses, or nay, you don't want to see these characters playable. And then we kind of have giant stats, and then basically we find out who the most wanted character for Multiverses is. So let's get into it. We'll start off with the first attack that I have. Actually, I need to back up just a slight bit here. So there's a note here. So one way that I envision these characters playing is both characters are on the stage at the exact same time. So they are a pair. They're like ice climbers from Smash Bros. So, for example, Butt-head would be the lead character, right? Kind of like how Popo would be the lead character for the Ice Climbers, and then Nana's like the secondary. So Beavis would be the secondary if Butt-head is the lead. But they could have a move where they end up swapping, so Beavis could end up becoming the quote-unquote lead character here. But you can damage both characters with any attacks. However, the second character, the non-lead one, this is what also makes them a little bit more special, not only being a 2-in-1 character, but you can swap between them in game. So they're ice climbers combined with old school Zelda Sheik mechanic in Smash. So you got something extremely unique here. But the second character will take reduced damage. So for example, if Butt-head is the lead character and he gets hit with an attack, and say that attack deals 7% damage. The same attack, if that also happens to hit Beavis, the secondary character Beavis would take, say, 4% damage. So he takes less damage. And the idea behind that is, so the characters stay together. They're supposed to be a duo, so you're not supposed to really split them up. So, you know, you want them to stay next to each other. That's kind of where I'm coming from for this. So that's kind of how I envision quite a bit of their moves. For example, move number 1 is going to be the low blow. Anybody that's seen the show, you know they like to kick each other, you know, below. Yeah, you get it. So this could be like a grounded neutral attack, right? So Beavis and Butt-head will end up facing opposite directions. Remember, they are on stage at the exact same time. But the one will face right, the other faces left. And they both perform an upwards kick like they're kicking somebody, you know, below the belt. This allows the attack to cover both sides of the duo, and the knockback from the attack, you know, sends the opponent into the air, which could allow for some more further, you know, follow-up attacks. So it could be a pretty fun one. Plus, it references something that they do quite a bit on the show, so I figured this one would kind of work pretty well. Move number 2, frog baseball. Come on, you got to get this in there somewhere, right? This is one of their most iconic things that they do. Some people don't like it, but here's how I envision the move working. Again, both characters are on stage at the same time. So this could be like their neutral special, for example. So Beavis and Butt-head will stand back to back, and the lead character, say they're facing right. The lead character throws a frog as a projectile. And the frog will travel a pretty good distance. And the secondary character has a baseball bat facing to the left, the opposite direction. So they basically just swing a baseball bat to kind of protect them from behind so nobody can kind of sneak up on them. So again, they're covering the left and the right for this move, which is pretty good. And plus it gives them a little projectile, so you can mess around with projectile perks in Multiverses as well. So that could be kind of fun. But yeah, frog baseball, there's got to be some sort of reference to it in their moveset, right? Move number 3, the Great Cornholio. Now, this move I imagine as a down special, and I imagine it working very similar to Cloud in Smash Bros, how he charges up his limit break meter, you know? So that's kind of what I imagine here. So how does the meter charge up for the attack? Well, Beavis will kind of, you know, consume like sugar cubes and, you know, he kind of gets himself hyped up, right? Because maybe the other way he does it doesn't quite work for this game. or they probably don't want to advertise that. So he'll just eat a whole bunch of sugar cubes, maybe drink coffee, I don't know. He gets himself super hyped up. So the meter builds up. What happens when the meter builds up, you ask? Well, he becomes the Great Cornholio. And what does that do? When he transforms into it, Beavis will become faster, or I guess the pair could be faster. But he'll be faster, and he'll be more powerful version of himself for, I don't know, 10 to 15 seconds, and then he automatically reverts back to regular Beavis. So if Butthead is the lead once Beavis does reach the Cornholio stage, Beavis will automatically become the lead character, and you will be controlling him and then doing your attacks for whatever you need. So this one, yeah, definitely only benefits Beavis, not really Butthead too much, but, you know, you have to have this in there. You have to have this a part of their moveset, right? Now let's talk alternate costumes. Got a few different ones here for you. First one, I think the obvious one we'll go with Burger World uniforms. I mean, they have a job. They're not good at it, but they have a job, so why not give them their Burger World uniforms? Heck, if you wanted to, maybe that's like their stage, and you get like a ceiling fan above. Remember the episode where they're throwing like fries and burgers and shakes at the ceiling fan and they're making a mess? What if the stage is inside Burger World and, you know, you could actually throw projectiles, and if the projectile hits the ceiling fan, you know, it explodes and it kind of rains down something with like an effect of, you know, food exploding, something like that. Does that, you know, just another cool reference that they could throw in there. But that is one alternate costume idea. Second one is their, what do you call it? Robe and shirt. They're presenting, I guess. They did these like little shorts where they're like, hey, we're going to present stuff. So they get all dressed up and they try to be fancy. So this could be another one, I suppose. It works. So yeah, sure. Let's, we'll go with that. And now let's talk about a couple different taunt ideas. So first up is the obvious one, them rocking out, of course. You know, got the head bobbing and, you know, doing the rock and roll symbol. I mean, come on, it's classic. This has got to be like their number one taunt, right? So yes. But what about a second taunt? What about a second one? Now, this one is for, I know they've reused this before, but I took this from the episode where they're watching a music video like titled "It's So Cold in the D" or something. The song was atrocious, and they're trying to dance to it, and that's what this dance is. And I think it was Butthead at one point during when he's trying to dance to the song, he goes, "This is hard to dance to," but this is what this is from. I got a good laugh out of this, so I like this one. I'd like to see this as a taunt for the pair, so that's what I got for that. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week's episode. I know I should have had the updated Yay or Nay stats. I ran out of time. I got busy with a lot of other stuff, but I do promise next Sunday, updated Yay or Nay stats will happen. So, yes. But otherwise, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yay for Beavis and Butt-head or nay for Beavis and Butt-head? This one should be an interesting one. I mean, I'm going to expect a lot of nays. I'm going to expect a lot of people just to say, no, they're not Warner Brothers. That's probably coming, and I guess I understand, but for me, it's a yay. I think they could be very fun, especially a 2-in-1 character where you can swap in between them, so it kind of, you know, they got their own uniqueness to them, so we'll see what happens. Either way, that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see ya when I'm looking at ya.